Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Count Christo and this is the global Granada campaign, that's what I called it. We are very pleased with ourselves because we beat Castile in the last episode. We did a phenomenal job. They capitalizing on their debt situation, which is excellent. Excellent news. Just one more province. Need to get some lower unrest in so we can actually get some cores going, and it looks like the unrest is dropping pretty quickly. I imagine communication efficiency recalculated. No, it would have already done that because otherwise we wouldn't be any unrest. I wonder what changed. Don't know. Noble family requests aid. Oh, it actually does make the greater nobles lose or gain loyalty now. Good, this event makes more sense. They've gone through and made loads of the vanilla events make more sense, like this one. Actually, I really appreciate that. Burgers can give us a loan, and we can give it straight to the greater nobles. So we have greater nobles now, worth noting. If we were to demote them, it would be 40 lesser noble privileges. We'll probably unify Iberia, or mostly unify Iberia, before I start worrying about trying to turn our greater nobles into lesser nobles. How did our lesser nobles lose all their land? There are still lesser nobles. Oh, they haven't. It's just that they have such incredibly low autonomy. Fair enough, fair enough. No problem. So this place, unrest has gone back up again. What's changing? Very confusing. Anyway, could we expel heretics right now? Force heretics convert? No. Our religious unity is not the greatest thing in the world right now. We could persecute other religions, but I don't think now is the time. How is our tolerance right now? It's -2 already. I don't think we want to make that tolerance any worse right now. We want to stabilize a little bit, and then we'll really get on the religious persecution train. Aragon has rivaled us. That's not good. It's going to solidify their alliance with Castile. Still, even if they have a very strong alliance with Castile, I don't think they'll be able to stop us. Now we've got our initial land holdings. Now we've managed to get our hands on... Wait. People pay for knowledge sharing, don't they? I think they do, you know. So we can offer knowledge sharing. Okay, outside colonial range. And they have no institution that we can learn about. Okay, so who wants my knowledge? Hey, France. Knowledge sharing. Outside of colonial range. Isn't colonial range like crazy short right now? Which of these have I bound my colonial range under? I must have it on here. I actually don't. Okay. Well, we're going to need colonial range for this campaign. Where even is colonial range? There it is. Okay, so where actually does my colonial range reach? It's 80? Which is almost nowhere. Alright. Well, Fez, they have loans, so they won't do it. They give us 10% of their income for knowledge sharing. Okay. So we should pay attention to who wants knowledge sharing. We're so... once we get these cores, I suspect we'll be in range here. Or if they take this port and we get these cores, we might be in range of Tunis even. I think knowledge sharing is going to be a great way to make money this campaign. Because we're likely to be... often ahead of time, as I talked about in a previous episode. So we're often in a position where we'd be able to share our knowledge. Of course, we'll have to make tactical decisions. Do we want to share our knowledge into another part of the world from where it will keep spreading? Or do we want to maintain this kind of tactical advantage of hoarding the institutional for ourselves? We can definitely take this now without fear of not being able to unlock the next... what's it called? The next idea group too easily. Sorry, finish the cores. We shouldn't have a problem there. Once we get this poll tax... There's an argument for religious, going scholasticism. The extra diplomat's good. I'm not currently using my diplomat. Why did I recall him from Portugal? Oh, to check on the knowledge sharing. That's right. I remember. Yeah, extra diplomat. Autonomy's great. Missionary's great. Unrest's great. Obviously the conversion's good. Tech cost's nice to get early. Culture is the normal play. The very standard, boring, you know, you've got to take culture ideas first. And I think you do kind of have to take culture ideas first. Or we could go over to military. We could take leadership. We could take quality. It could be very good. 5% morale. 10% inf combatability. Those are the main ones. That's so good, though. Tricky one. Tricky one. Well, we'll deal with that as and when it arises. Well, we can think about it while I'm paused here. I reckon we want to go a military idea group because we're so far ahead on military tech right now. Well, what about our next ruler? Let's start thinking. If this guy dies right now, I might just disinherit this guy right now. Because he's only a 614. And we're not about to go to war, so low prestige isn't going to hurt our morale too much. 614 just isn't good enough. He's 1 above average. It's not good enough. And since we can appoint a favourite, just like this, plus we could lose some of this war exhaustion. Oh, we don't have any. Take the admin points. Are you kidding? Maybe they're always the same. Ooh. Maybe their stats are set by which you pick. That's a pretty freakish coincidence. Right? I'm not just, I mean, I know, law of large numbers. Someone's going to get that coincidence, but that does seem... Ugh, Craven. Mohammed. He does share our name, of course. Not sure about this Craven Mohammed type. I definitely want to revoke your privilege as soon as we can. Oh, this is new. Cool. Total population and country urbanization, 33%. That's insanely high. For 1373, that's ridiculously high. Cool. Nice. So we see how many points we get. See our current threshold. And we see pop. That's very cool. Anything new in here? We have an admirable culture, which has been upgraded, I think. I don't think that used to give idea costs level 2. Maybe it did. Sweet. Well, I mean, he is a 4, 0 in Diplo points. Although we are getting a lot of Diplo points from our leader right now. So that's a case, point in favor of culture. Culture is just so good because it gives you the idea and tech cost down, and so the sooner you get it, the more points you save. Looking at prophecy, actually, that could be good too. Unrest and morale and manpower recovery and tolerance and art power. That's pretty irrelevant, but the rest of that's pretty good. Plus the fanaticism from getting that is pretty nice. There goes that peace deal. Let's see if we can return from Portugal and reach you with knowledge sharing. Not quite. But when's our next bit coming from tech? Level 10. Still quite a way away then. Al-Jazar is no longer a valid rival. Yes, well they are an OPM. So that seems very fair, all things considered. Counter-rival Aragon, sure. Embargo them, why not? Bohemia has been re-elected. Looks like the first reform is just about to pass. Okay, so here are our first 2 trade ships. Marvellous. And we will have to establish whether or not we make more money from them privateering or protecting trade in Iberia. Let's take a look. I suspect while we're being blockaded, we'll make more money by taking them to the Tyrrhenian and privateering. Or maybe not the Tyrrhenian. We'll see. Okay, we're making... Wait for it. 0.11 from them there. And if we were to privateer, say... over here, in the Western Mediterranean, let's see what we would make. There's 0.11 we were making before. Let us see. 0.17, that is more. Plus we're privateering against Aragon, which gives us some... oh, and Castile, it's counting there. Nice. And we still get the Eclipsed Castile points, don't we? No, it looks like we don't have an Eclipsed Castile score there. Interesting. So I like that we can see how in debt Castile is at any time we want. We should claim... We should probably claim a border province, actually, first, to make so we have an easy war goal if we need it. So if we were to declare war on Aragon, Castile would say no. Toulouse would say yes. Toulouse, are you rival to France? No, they are over to England, though. So it would be perfect. England declares war on Toulouse, weakens Aragon in the process, and then we could snap up Portugal. That would be great. Let's turn off this fort. No need to waste money on that right now, I don't think. We're not at risk of anyone declaring on us in the immediate future. Of course, that's immediately after someone declares war on us within 10 seconds of me saying that. Decision? What kind of decision? Build a great mosque. No, we don't need to do this yet. There's no rush, is there? No, we can do this pretty much any time. We will absolutely want to do this before we move the capital, because you can only take that decision if you don't have a great mosque in your capital. So we will absolutely want to do that, but let's hang fire on spending 100 ducats on something just now. So if we are going to take culture ideas, and I find it so hard to justify doing otherwise, then we should take a Diplo advisor. And in fact, I was hoping we would find a diplomat in here. In fact, I'm going to try to get a diplomat, to get our aggressive expansion down faster, so that we're able to take more from Castile in our next war. England has decided to accept the knowledge-sharing offer from Navarra. That's a bit embarrassing. You guys make sure you drill over the month. Get this tick here. Good, so everything coring now. And unrest handled. Exquisite. You can return down here to the south, just so you're further from the borders in the event of a outbreak of the war. And we can keep drilling. Our court level has gone down. That's not ideal. And simultaneously we're caught in Castile. Sub-optimal, distinctly so. Of course, I should have anticipated our court level tanking. It was foolish of me when we took so much extra land and didn't increase the funding budget. Sorry, the budget. Give them a stipend. See if we can bring that back up. Education presumably likewise tanking. Yes. Keeping it above 50, not attainable, really. Let's see where it drifts to. If it goes below 30, I might probably put money into it, but we do have a fair amount of cash, but I think keeping it up above 50 is just unsustainable right now. I'd rather put the money into trade ships. We're making only very slightly more than their value for us right now, but are also, not to be forgotten, very useful in wars. So Fez, pay off your loans so that I can give you knowledge sharing. That's what I was going to check. How large is Castile's loan? Are they paying it off or are they going deeper into debt? They can't be paying it off. Yeah, they actually paid off 40 ducats. Oh, okay, that's just, they're not paying, they haven't paid off a whole loan, they're just paying interest payments. Fair enough. Interesting. So they are managing to pay off some. You should go here so we can get better ship repair. Because I think Granada actually has a deficit to ship repair, yeah. 50% less than normal ship repair over there. Once the ships are repaired, we can lower the naval maintenance. No, actually we can't, because now we have our trade ships out. Okay. So what was the conclusion of this Aragonese war? Inconclusive, it looks like. No, worse. Naples actually gained a substantial amount of land in Sicily. If I had to guess, I bet this was through war dynamism. That's my suspicion. Cities demand old rights. Urban dwellers always existed under a different code of rules than their rural brethren. 20 legitimacy for 5 burgher loyalty. It's not actually that bad a trade, to be honest. Should trend back up relatively quickly. Our nice culture, our fanaticism, our stability. Lots of things going to help that out. Okay. What next? Another ship? I think I'm going to keep pouring my money in. Well, no, we're at the force limit now. I think we're okay for a bit then. Okay, Bulgaria was full annexed by the Ottomans. Well, not quite. Not really. The Hungarians took a fair amount of their land off them as well. But yeah, the Ottomans growing. Still don't have the city of the world's desire, though. Even after it was softened up for them by those Serbs. So I'm guessing Hungary's about to go towards Serbia. Take some land here. The fact that Hungary's taken these provinces is going to cause a lot of friction between them and the Ottomans. Did I see Kalanickine province? I did. There are some Kalanickines down here, apparently. There are lots of Kalanickine minorities down here as well. There are. Interesting. Our religious world is... it's interesting, let me say. Why isn't this province showing as ruled by a non-Catholic? Is it because you have a syncretic faith? It is indeed, yes. Okay. So these guys are following the good old Norse religions. That's so good. Obviously, the one that's going to have most impact on us is dualism, but I don't think it will matter a great deal. We need to expand a little bit more so that we can start getting the Christianity in decline events. Because we need provinces, like this one can get it right now, but we need provinces that don't have any bordering provinces of the faith of that province. So none of these count because they all border other Catholic provinces, or rather a province controlled by someone who is Catholic. Whereas here we could get it. We could get Catholicism in decline and increase our Muslim population here. We do need those extra claims on Castile. When can I start spying again? The 15th, 2 months. Okay, so we'll get one more claim. I don't really need more claims on Portugal, to be honest. It's such a low pop area. Actually, I'm looking at it as a really low pop area. It's actually just low development area. The pop here is probably a bit higher. 2,000, sorry, 2 there. No, they're pretty much lining up 1-to-1 here. Not quite here, they're more pop than that. So aggressive expansion stuff is now calculated off development rather than population. I guess that means it's substantially easier to take places like Lombardia with much, much, much lower aggressive expansion. That's going to be interesting. We might see more blobs forming in Italy sooner. Because previously, if you were like Genoa and you tried to take Lombardia in the old version of MEIOU and Taxes, it would give you a coalition immediately. Why aren't you drilling? It would immediately give you a coalition of like most of Italy, which is a bit absurd, really. I mean, maybe it's not that absurd, but it was certainly tricky to deal with. Do you want an advisor? Yes, that's right. I was trying to get a diplomat. Didn't get him. Let's keep trying. Court level's back up to respectable. Good. Allowing us to spy on all of our neighbours at once. Fabulous. Boom, boom, boom. So, Portugal has had the gall to lay claim to one of our provinces. How very dare they. Declare war on me, Portugal. You won't. Now I can raise levies and get the greater nobles to come to my aid. Alright, let's get the spy network in Castile re-established. Get these extra final little bits of Andalusia claimed. Is the ones in our mission all the Andalusian culture? Not quite. There's still this one. Or was that in the mission? I think it was, actually. Let's take a look. Yes, it was. Okay. What's the next step? The kind of logical next section of Castile. Is it just Castile? Or does it also include some Portuguese? It is just Castile. And then we have the northern bit of Castile. And then Leon. Then Aragon, which is basically just all of Aragon. What does that give you? Castile as well. That's just fair enough. Does this give us no bonus? Seems unlikely. Might be a bug. I'll screenshot that. Pass that over. And what's this one? Conquer Central Aragon. Subjugate Sardinia. Excellent. Which just gives you some naval tradition. Where's this? Oh, that's Portugal. All of Portugal. Okay. Oh, I think these ones are bugged too. I will pass those along. Obviously, you know, expect some bugs in the in this build. It's not finished yet, which is fair enough. Entirely fair enough. To be expected in a press build, which I guess is what one thing you could call this. England has sped up, has embraced banking, bought it from Navarre more like. So one of these galleys is putting us slightly over the force limit. Let's sell it. Galley for sale. Good price. Provence. 10 ducats will do. Bum, bum. Alright, we'll take the trade efficiency guy. And I think I should take an admin advisor as well. Yeah. Give me some... The autonomy was pretty bad. Yeah, you can say that again. Well, because of the lack of cores is the only reason that's actually there. But so we'll take the cash one first. Get that production efficiency. Now, don't take this as judgmental. He doesn't look like a Sunni. I don't know how many Sunnis there were who wore white powder wigs and looked like Renaissance painters. But He doesn't quite strike me as my typical image. Portugal, we can spy on you in March. Cool. A couple of ticks of improvement with Fez. Wouldn't go amiss. Still don't want to marry them, though. You can go privateer. Western Med. Sweet. There it goes. First reform of the HRE undertaken. We'll see how far down they get. I often see them getting a long way down their reforms these days, so we'll see. With the new Burgundian inheritance rules, I think we may see them making less progress than normal, but we shall see. Be an interesting Catholic superpower to oppose us here in Granada. I might actually do that. Maybe if we're doing really well and we conquer loads of land and we conquer all this area, we'll make ourselves a late game boss by using the console to trigger the HRE forming. That seems fun. Should I take this straight away? Yes, it'll put us ahead of time. Give us more global trade power. Plus, maybe some innovativeness? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, yes, of course it does, actually, because of the head of time. Although, does the head of time thing also not stack? Let's see. It really ought to, oughtn't it? We can't actually see in 1 month, of course, because it's 0.005, and it only shows the innovativeness to 2 decimal places. Unfortunately. France is now considered a great power. Really? That seems odd. It also seems odd that France kept these vassals down here when all the rest of this area split off because of its dualist inclinations. Interesting. Break your alliance with Castile, dude. Castile, claim the throne of France or something. I know you can't right now, but do it anyway. New claim on Aragon pretty soon. Next one we should probably claim would be like something like this. Go nuts. Well, no, we can go a bit smaller. We'll take Valencia, probably. Get that workshop under our control. It's already making the right thing, cloth, which is what upgrades to silk. It's a good point. I hadn't checked. We're making cloth here, ideal. So we can upgrade that to correct trade good. The metalwork's still down here, unfortunately, but not much we can do about that right now. Unhappiness among the artisans. We've been getting this event a lot, haven't we? Let's see how many loans. Just take out quite a few loans if we did this right now. Can't get money from the burghers, of course. They haven't changed it, have they? Can the greater nobles give us cash now? Doesn't look like it. They can give us manpower, though. We may wish to do that. It would give us plentiful manpower. Should give us a production efficiency bonus. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we'll wait a couple of months to try and minimize the number of loans we're going to have to take out. No, it's not going to make much difference. Oh! Pardon? I don't know why the number changed quite so significantly, but I'm not going to complain. It's me just tabbing out, activating hacks. There we go, more production efficiency. Great. And some cores finishing. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's take survey of the land that we've gained. It's pretty well developed. We've got 3,000 ducats of development here. Not much over there, but some here. You know, 450 ducats here. Another 2,200 here. Some good cities we gained over here in the west. The eastern area, not so developed. Mercia, oh no, I undersold it. Sorry, Mercia has 16,000 ducats of urban development there and 650 here. So pretty good, pretty good. Also lovely base farming efficiency over here. Doing really well in the whole area, really, on farming efficiency. Okay, there is poll taxes. You're going to be hard-pressed to convince me not to take a military idea group when we're this far ahead on mill points. No, actually, you're not. Because the only reason we're ahead of mill points is because we're focusing it. And we're focusing it because we absolutely have to stay ahead of time on mill tech to keep up with our numerically superior foes. Let's take culture. I know it's boring, it's the one I always take, I'm sorry. It's also just the right one to take. Because the earlier we get the scientific encouragement, and the earlier we get educated ruler, the better it'll be. We can get next claim on Aragon. Beautiful. Yeah, so if we're in a position right now, we can take late medieval tactics if we need to. Okay, so those cores are meaning our manpower cap is actually growing now. Getting 10 manpower a month. God, that's ridiculously low. I really want to be in the position to declare war on Castile as soon as our truce ends. Well, no, I don't, actually, because freaking France will come against us. And if Castile declares war on us this time, they might well be able to call in France against us. They might have got enough favours. And Aragon, perhaps more worryingly. What we could do with some kind of conflict between Castile and Aragon. Their debt has still, decreased again. Maybe it's better this way, that they actually pay off their debt rather than going bankrupt. Because that means they're going to actually lose 3,000 ducats. Whereas if they went bankrupt, they'd wipe away the debt and all that. And they wouldn't actually, they kind of wouldn't have lost the 3,000 ducats. Whereas now their economy is going to suffer for years and years and years while they pay it off. I think maybe bankruptcy would have been too kind. Let me select the unit, thank you. Privateer, Western Med. And we will sell another galley to one of these fine Central Mediterranean trading companies. Trading companies? Trading cities. Like Genoa. Genoa? You want a galley to help you against, the Sienese, Venetians and all that? They don't. Outrageous. Well, Provence will pay 30 ducats for a single galley. What chumps. Costs less than that to build them. Seems ill-advised to me, Provence, but you do you. I guess they have a glut for cash right now. I wonder if they'd take knowledge sharing. No. None of these guys will right now, unfortunately. Full annexation of somewhere by the Ottomans. What else is new? Brilliant. Another core done. And we can make a state, in fact. Is this somewhere we want to state? There's only a little bit of urban development down here. How many states do we have right now? We can get 4 more. Yeah. We should absolutely state it, I think. Yeah, that seems sensible to me. Do I want to core it right now? Yes, I think I do. We're ahead of time on admin tech, so that seems fine. And yeah, we will state this area for sure, because it's a nice urbanized city here. Fantastic! Well, with that coring and stabilizing, I'm feeling very good about where this campaign is at the moment. In the next episode, we might want to consider war with Aragon. How many men does Aragon have? Only 4,000, 10,000 manpower. They would be assisted by Toulouse. So what would be ideal? Ideal. Please. A Toulouse English conflict would be phenomenal right now. But we can but hope. Either way, until next time, thank you very much for watching. I do hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.